I wonder if this is part of Yumi's strategy.
What up, what up, what up? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. We got the Arcade Cabinet crew. Podcast by gamers, for gamers. We got Bill Tindo. We got Dino. We also got Mike, and we got Sharon, the Arcade Harrington here on the Arcade Cabinet. How's everybody doing?
All right.
Not too bad, thank you.
Good.
All right. So this go around, we're going to talk about favorite franchises, and I also want to say you can check us out on streaming platforms such as iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and also on the Nius Media Roku channel. That's NIOUS Media Roku channel. So does anybody want to start this off? Talk about their favorite franchises?
I guess I can go first.
All right. Go on then.
Favorite franchises are tough for me because there's so many. But, hands down, it's always been a versus up between the Super Mario Brothers and the Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one. That's tough. I mean, it's really a toss-up between those two because they both, for me, they offer everything that I pretty much like in a video game that I started with. They have the colors, nice graphics. It's not overly violent. Anybody can play it. I mean, anybody can start. I mean, even if you can't play video, it's almost like playing Pac-Man. It's like basically with Pac-Man, you can just shift the controller and you control them. With Mario, it's like the same thing. And Sonic also.
Right.
Mario and Sonic were the rival systems. And that always been my favorite. I always liked the music. The sound, just everything about it just always kept me, it always kept me awake, so that's always been kind of my go-to, like any system I've ever had. With so far, the exception of the Switch, I haven't bought Mario Odyssey, but I have played the game. I've beaten the game. I borrowed it from one of my kids, and I do want to buy it, but yeah, the Mario Sonic is a really good toss-up. Sonic has the speed, and to me, it has the soundtrack. The Mario soundtracks are good, but the Sonic is it's really about speed, so the music is really sped up and it's really cool. So right. Yeah, that's what I have on that.
I'm gonna agree with you that both of those are great franchises, and I want to kind of push in on a point you made there, which was ease of accessibility. They are games that are easy to play, but it'll take a lifetime to master, kind of like chess. Yeah. My wife is not the biggest gamer. She likes Candy Crush. She likes Mario Kart, but
she's not a gamer.
She will play Super Mario World on SNES. She will play Super Mario 1, 2, and 3. And for her, I think that's all it is they're very accessible. Even if you've never played another Mario game, you can pop a Mario game in and you're going to figure out how it works because the way they set it up, every time there's a first level, it's basically a tutorial level to teach you how to play the game.
Right. You know what I also learned, and this is just a fun fact, I'm not really sure on how true it is, but they said that first Goomba on that very first Mario level, it's like the most killed character in any video game.
Yes, I've actually read that, and that first Goomba has died more times than any other video game character ever, and it makes a lot of sense.
Okay. Yeah, I would say for me it's a toss-up between Mario and Sonic. I like Sonic. It had the speed, but I feel like between Sonic and Super Mario World was a little bit more open. And then what did it for me, I'm going to go ahead with Mario, Team Mario, even though I'm Sega all the way. For me, what did it for me, and my daughter can vouch for this, was Super Mario Galaxy. That kind of, for me, changed the game. And, I say as far as the Sonic games versus the good Sonic games versus the good and bad Mario games, I think Sonic has a little bit more bad games than Mario has bad games. So I'm going to go, my favorite franchise is the Mario Brothers. I'm going to go Team Mario.
So, Mark, quick question. Have you played Super Mario Sunshine on GameCube?
I've never played the Super Mario Sunshine. Does
okay.
Does it sound as bad as it? Is it as bad as it sounds?
No. It's actually a lot of people's favorite Mario because one of the things that they did is it's in between Mario 64, which is their introduction to 3D, and Mario Galaxy with their physics-based boards. And you really feel that in Super Mario Sunshine. Basically, It's called Sunshine because you're on a tropical island. But they have all the boards that remind you of, this is an updated version of Super Mario 64, sorry. But then on each level, you run into these subboards like level 2-7, and you could tell that this is the basis for the Galaxy boards. As a matter of fact, I call them the Galaxy boards. So especially if you played Mario 64 and then you played Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, and then you go back and play Sunshine like I did, because I just got into GameCube in the last couple of years, you really feel like you see how Galaxy grew out of this and how Mario 64 grew into it. If you get the chance, definitely try it. At this point, it might be my favorite Mario game.
Well, I'm going to have to check it out then. I have seen a little bit of videos on it on YouTube, but I never had the pleasure of playing it.
So, I guess I'll go next. And my favorite game franchise, which anybody that knows me, is Legend of Zelda.
Yeah,
Got my Zelda hat. Got my Zelda headphones on. I'm not going to subject you guys to it, but I have a Legend of Zelda tattoo on my leg that matches my twin sons. We all have the Hyrulean seal with one piece of the Triforce colored in.
That's awesome.
I enjoy the Legend of Zelda series simply because as much as I enjoyed games like Mario and Sonic, and as much as I love platformers in general, I'm a piddler, man. I'm a grinder. Like, I like getting out there and killing monsters for hours for no reason other than to get my money up, collect items. I love hunting. I love finding things. And Legend of Zelda has just really captured me in that aspect. I enjoy real RPGs or JRPGs like Dragon Quest / Dragon Warrior. But at the end of the day, I enjoy the fact that Legend of Zelda games are both an RPG and an action-adventure game where you do have to fight. Mm-hmm. And put that together with pretty good storytelling for each game, and I just think you have a top-notch franchise.
Okay, who all remembers when they first saw that gold cartridge? Man,
yeah,
legendary.
Yeah, it was. I still have one. Yeah, the first Zelda game I think I ever played was Zelda 2. And then I played the first Zelda. So a lot of people don't favorite the second one, but I mean I liked it. I had a lot of fun playing Zelda 2. And then I jumped to the Legend of Zelda, and then they did Zelda 3 when the Super Nintendo dropped. And oh man, I had so much fun playing around with that, And then of course with the Ocarina of Time. And believe it or not, I've never actually played Majora's Mask. I played it a little bit, but I've never finished it. And then I jumped into what's that?
I said it's a good game.
Yeah, a lot of people swear by it, because you have it's like on a 3-day cycle, but it's like time traveling. You got to jump forward and backward, and you got to stop the moon for it's something to do with the moon. That's what I know. But like I say,
it's crashing.
Yeah, I need to go back into it and mess around and play with that. But I mean, then I jumped to Twilight Princess. I think that was more or less my favorite.
Yeah,
because that reintroduced that game to a darker. It gave it more of a darker mode. And yeah. And then after that, there was I want to say it was like a Skyward Sword, and now we have
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild, which I haven't finished yet. My son.
I'm actually Like I have my Legend of Zelda gamepad for the Wii U. It's got the writing all around it, sitting right in next to me. I actually paused it to do the podcast. I've already beaten it, and I'm playing it again, man.
I almost forgot. In the midst of all that, on the GameCube, there was the Wind Waker that came out before Twilight Princess.
Yes. Yes.
The Wind Waker. I think that's a really good close toss up to being my first also, because of the cartoony graphics, and
it's held up well.
Yeah, it really has, and I believe that I bought it also on my Wii U in like the HD version, and I mean it still looks as good as it did when they made it back in 2002, 2003.
Wow.
I think I still have the original CD with everything in it.
Man, that's going for a lot of money now.
Yeah, actually, this is gonna seem weird. The most expensive out-the-box Legend of Zelda game right now, I'm not talking about not for resale variants and stuff like that, is actually Twilight Princess for GameCube.
Wow.
As you guys know, I own almost every Legend of Zelda game, just not all the variants. Yeah, like hard copy of everything. What happened was the GameCube was coming to the end of its lifespan. The Wii was about to launch, and Nintendo decided to hold back Twilight Princess and launch with the Wii. And they did. And 2 weeks later, they released the GameCube version. I personally have the GameCube version. I think it's selling for about $85 right now. I prefer it on GameCube, but not that many people bought the GameCube version because the Wii had just launched. And everybody's like, new Legend of Zelda, new Wii. Everybody bought that version of it.
It's always the same with new consoles. It's like, yeah, there's a new console out, let's buy the game for it. Let's not even bother with the console that preceded it. I suppose the argument could be made that when PS5 comes out, I think it's the end of this year, a lot of people will do that with the PS4 as well.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. But what I see happening is because that happened with the GameCube, which was not one of Nintendo's best sellers, and the Twilight Princess situation, the way it happened, then they moved on to the Wii, which was a tremendous seller. Mm-hmm. Well, then they had the Wii U, which was not a good seller, which Breath of the Wild was on. Then they come out with the Switch, which was a great seller. I originally played Breath of the Wild on Switch, and everybody plays it on Switch. So I foresee such a similar circumstance with the Breath of the Wild for Wii U in a couple years is going to go through the roof.
So, Bill, let me ask you a question. Your all-time favorite Legend of Zelda game. What's your all-time favorite?
Now let me throw this out there. Obviously, it's Ocarina. If you look up Metacritic scores, it is the highest rated game ever. Not Zelda game, period. And I have a tie for second place, which is Majora and Twilight Princess. And then Wind Waker. Majora, I didn't play for a long time. Same thing with Wind Waker. I'm going to say, for different reasons, I was out on both of those. I was like, I'm not playing Majora because of the time limit thing. That's dumb. I don't want to mess with it. Wind Waker was like, it's cartoony. It's for kids. And I was absolutely wrong about both of them. Once you get used to the time mechanic in Majora, it's an amazing game. And Wind Waker, I mean, yeah, it's cartoony, but it's not a kid's game. The art holds up extremely well even now.
Yeah, it does.
Nice. Who wants to go next? Any takers?
You or me, Fraser? I don't mind.
I'll go, I guess.
Go on.
I gotta give it to Mega Man. I don't think it gets enough appreciation.
We forgot about Mega Man. Oh, okay.
Because I had the N64. My buddy let me the N64 version. I played the X-Command mission one. I played some of the old school ones.
Oh, yeah,
I got a question. How many Mega Mans do they have, man? I mean, I lost track after X.
Oh, man. I think from the originals, I think it was like Mega Man Collection had up to 8 or 9. And it's just spitballed from there. We've gotten all the
Yeah.
anniversary collections, all the Battle Network ones, Star Wars.
There's even an arcade
There's probably like 20 versions of Mega Man, if not more.
Yeah.
It's a heavy series. I mean, and we could add Mighty Number 9 to that probably, because, you know.
And then Mega Man Zero, and then it had the Zero series.
Yeah, they had so many Mega Man games. You know, Mega Man was interesting to me when I was young, and I really enjoyed it, especially like Mega Man 2 was real big with me when I was young. The fact that you could pick out which world to go to, and it wasn't like Mario. Mario, you went to 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4. In Mega Man, they had all the villains on the screen, and you got to pick which world you went to.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Bubble Man world, that's where you went.
Shout out to Mega Man 3, because I know Mega Man 3 came out around the time that Super Nintendo came out, and for an 8-bit video game, it was pretty bad. I was like, yo, I'm going to stick with 8-bit for a little while.
Yeah, that was. I remember playing that. And that was a difficult game, and we figured out how to cheat and win on that one. You know, because I mean, those Mega Man games, those have a really high difficulty. You know, they always have had a high difficulty. I think on the original Nintendo, the only one I ever finished was the second one and the third one. And I mean, then there was that one that came out on Super Nintendo. It was like Mega Man X. You know what I mean? I never even made it. I made it close to the end, but I never finished it. So, the only one that I ever really finished was that last one that they brought out, and it came out on the Switch and the PlayStation 4. I know it was Mega Man. I can't remember what number it was, but I mean, it was really cool. You know, I finished that one, and it had like a really cool mechanic where you could slow down the character. You know, and it would go in slow mo, so you could. It would give you an advantage. It was like some kind of gear system. But yeah, that was a really good one. I can't remember what number it is though.
Mike, your favorite all-time Mega Man video game?
Oh man, I got to play a lot of like the Game Boy Advance ones because like my buddy and I were huge on Mega Man, especially when Battle Network started. So I might give it to Mega Man Battle Network White because they had White and Blue, and I think it was the third game in the Game Boy Advance series. But I also love X Command Mission because they took it more of a turn-based, so I got to use like Axel during it. So it was pretty cool. And I got to use Zero at the same time.
Okay, I'm going to have to check that out.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I appreciate about Mega Man series is whereas Mario and Sonic, you had ease of accessibility. Mega Man was accessible, but those games ramped up the difficulty really quickly. It was like, get good or you're not playing this game.
Oh, yeah.
It really pushed you to be better.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of like, I got this game right now that I'm playing. It's called Cuphead.
Cuphead.
I don't know if
that is such a beautiful game.
Yeah, that game will murder you, though. You know what I mean? It's Mega Man. That's how difficult it is. What I like about it is like when you lose, and you will lose, they show you like a little timeline of how far you got. And it's like, oh man, I was like right there. You know, and you do it again. You do it again and again and again. And that's a very old school game. In fact, they made it look like it's like the 1930s. It looks like an old Bugs Bunny / Mickey Mouse cartoon. Like the colors are like really faded out, and the soundtrack and the pictures like really scratchy looking. But yeah, they did really well with that. And I just bought that just a few days ago. My son's had it for a while, you know, because his he travels back and forth with his Xbox One. I never really get to play it. So he texted me a few days ago like, hey, they got Cuphead. It's coming on PlayStation 4. I'm like, oh yeah, cool. So I mean, I bought it that night, and I might be still on level 2.
The family.
It doesn't matter, man. That game. The game, I only know about Cuphead because of my children. Now, granted, my kids are 20, but, you know, I got one playing on the Switch, and both of them play on Xbox One, and we have a PS4 in the house that my stepson plays on. But I knew about Cuphead because of them. And it is beautiful, man. I love the Art Deco style, you know. It gives off that Steamboat Willie, early Betty Boop style.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the family that games together stays together. And Dino, your favorite franchise.
Oh, yeah.
Our gentleman. Bill actually knows what I'm going to say because we talked about this last week, but I'm not going to say what it was. We're not going to go into detail because we've already done that. So I'm going to go to my second and third options, which are Star Wars Force Unleashed and a lot of the Call of Duty series.
Okay, we said the Force Unleashed. You didn't like the second one, right? Or there was something about the second
it.
one? Oh,
the only thing I did not like is that, because what a lot of people don't know is that when Disney bought LucasArts, they literally said, right, we're going to stop doing everything. So there's going to be no Force Unleashed 3. This is how it's going to end. So it's kind of like they left the series on a cliffhanger, and it was really gutting. But I absolutely love Force Unleashed 1 and 2. Absolutely.
Okay.
Force Unleashed 2. I never finished the Force Unleashed, but number 2 I did finish. The first one was a lot harder.
It was.
It was a lot longer too, I believe. But that second one, with that double lightsaber system, I was like, yeah, I mean, you murder him in it. Yeah.
I mean, Dino, Force Unleashed 2 on the Wii, that was the best version, right?
Yeah.
No, it was not. And do not get me started.
Okay, that's what it was. That's what I was trying to remember. It was the Wii version that you didn't like. Okay, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah. Just because, in case anyone doesn't know what we're going on about, the Wii version of Force Unleashed 2 missed out a fair chunk of what the Xbox version and the PlayStation versions had. And it absolutely annoyed me that because I actually had a Wii at one point, and then when I got myself a PlayStation, one of the first games I bought was Force Unleashed 2. And then there's like levels in it I've not seen before, and I'm like, well, why wasn't this in the Wii version? I was just like absolutely stunned.
The Nintendo games stopped it, man. They took out what they didn't want and tossed it in the trash.
Hey, but you notice that Nintendo's theme has always been like family friendly, and they kind of tone things down. I'm not gonna lie, I have the Force Unleashed 2 on my Xbox, and I had it on my Wii. I think I have the first one on my Wii, but I get tired. I got tired, man. I'm like, I can't do the
I've
nunchuck.
still got my PS3, and I still have both copies of Force Unleashed 1 and 2 on them.
I haven't. Yeah. But I'll tell you what. That last Star Wars game they brought out on PlayStation 4, the Fallen Order.
Oh, Fallen Order. Yeah, sorry.
That game was fire. I mean, that was to me right now. That was the best Star Wars game they had done, and I hope that they expand on that story and keep going with it. I mean, I had a lot of fun playing that. I've kind of got now the way I'm sitting down and I'm playing games a bit more, especially like with the pandemic and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, that game, it was a couple of months back. I think about the beginning of the year, the end of last year, I had started playing it, and I mean, it's done really well. You know, if you got a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One, or I recommend it, or even PC.
But the one thing I will say about that is because it's made by EA, and I paid £20, which would be about $25, let's say, for EA Access, thinking I could give it a try because I'm a bit picky with my games. I have to try it before I buy it. And when I actually paid me £20, I'm like, right, I'll download that, and see if they've got Fallen Order when it comes out. When it came out, it said it's not playable.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
It's not playable because we don't want anybody playing it, and we don't want we don't want anything to be spoiled for everyone else. I'm like, it's an EA game. Why is it not on EA Access?
Right.
Wow.
Because they figure they can make more money if it's not. It's EA, man. They are the evil empire.
But the thing is, it says, and I actually did look at this before I actually paid me £20, it says you can play like the first 8 hours of gameplay, and then should you buy the game, it will you can actually carry on from where you left off, which I thought wasn't too bad.
Right.
Let me ask you a question. So with Disney owning now the whole Lucasfilms, the whole Star Wars, the Star Wars franchise,
yeah.
How does the future look in video games wise? Do you think it's going to be watered down, or what's your prediction?
Honestly, I kind of hope it's kind of like how Force Unleashed was, but it's not just a case of how we think it's going to be. It's a case of who gets the rights to make it, because Battlefront 2 at the beta, I think it was, everyone was in uproar about it, about all the loot boxes and microtransactions.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I actually have an opinion on that, and personally, as far as Star Wars games go, I wish Star Wars was not owned by Disney, because Disney is going to go with a major company to develop their Star Wars games. They're not going to trust it to an indie developer that's going to do new and exciting things with the game and really push the limits on what a Star Wars game is. They're going to go with a tried and true. We're doing a new version of what we did here with a company like EA or Activision or something.
Yeah.
Then it's never going to go to an indie developer again, and so the innovations will be small at best.
Yeah,
you know,
I entirely agree.
So it'll be small and safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So yeah,
gotcha.
But I would actually say, chaps, I can't really say favorite franchises without saying a lot of the Call of Duty franchises, because my when I first got my PS3, my best mate actually had a copy of Modern Warfare 2, and we did used to do Spec Op missions a lot, and that's where I kind of got my love for it from. I've actually been playing Call of Duty World War 2, and it is actually quite good.
Yeah, I played that. That is a really good game.
Oh yeah, and if anyone has PlayStation Plus, you can actually download the Modern Warfare 2 campaign remastered for free on PS Plus.
Wow.
Now, here's I was gonna say, here's something for you, Dean. Do you think Call of Duty has been around long enough to be doing remasters? Because I think it's kind of ridiculous. I'm not into it at all.
I think I do agree with your point, but I think the point is we have a new Call of Duty every year where it's same old, same old. I mean, I absolutely love Modern Warfare. That is my favourite, like say, trilogy or franchise out of the entire Call of Duty lot. I know I'm going to get some flack for this, but I am a sci-fi guy, and I absolutely loved Advanced Warfare. But for me, I think the pinnacle was the Modern Warfare franchise. And everyone, and I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, I'm pretty sure there's been a lot of people that have been screaming for like Modern Warfare 2 to be remastered, same with Modern Warfare 1. I mean, Modern Warfare 3 will hopefully come next, and I absolutely love that game. I really do.
Yeah, my sons really like it too.
Yeah. To me, there's nothing more scary than hearing the dreaded music of a juggernaut coming your way.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. We got 2 minutes left. So anybody got anything they want to promote, talk about? 2 minutes. Here we go. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in.
I'll let you guys go first.
Right. Yeah. You know, you can check me out, Sharon Art, on Facebook. And also Sharon Art Store on Etsy. You know, check out the artwork. And I have some new stuff I'm going to be working on pretty soon. So look for it.
Do check your stuff out. It is absolutely brilliant.
Thank you.
Wonderful artist. I'm Bill Tendo. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on YouTube. You can also, I'm always on there. I check my stuff regularly. That's it. That's all I got.
Right, phrase.
I'm Michael. You can find me on Twitter at 5star Wildcard, where I'll mostly tweet about comic books.
All right.
Obviously, sorry, Marcus.
No problem.
And you'll find me on Final Cut Talk on Twitter and Final Cut Gaming, and you'll also find Final Cut Reviews on Facebook.
And Mark Furious, Furyus. You can find me Furiously Speaking, Instagram. Furious, just Google me, my music, Nias Media Roku channel, Deeper Than Music, new interviews coming with celebrities. And no, that's about it. And ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you for listening to us. What did Bill do?
You was pumping up the Final Cut, and I was over here dancing.
No doubt. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for listening. Like us on Facebook and offer any suggestions of what you think we should talk about, what we should review. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I like to say on behalf of the crew, thanks for listening, and tune in for our next episode.
Bye.